What's up, everyone? Welcome to another video. Are you setting goals that are stretching yourself like extra high? Like, are you aiming for the stars and hoping that at least you'll hit the moon? Or are you the kind of person that sets realistic goals, something that you know you're going to achieve? What kind of person are you? So, first of all, if you're tuning in, my name is Muneer. You are tuned into another episode of Unconscious Communication Secrets. Today, I want to talk about goal setting, however, and I relate this into your journey to becoming an unconscious communicator, because ultimately you're going to need to practice, you're going to need to grow, etc. You're going to need to set some goals in order to become an amazing unconscious communicator. But I want to tell you a very quick story, because this question of are you the kind of person that sets extra high goals and hopes that you hit the stars, or a realistic one, if you, depending on what course you go and read, like different people tell you how to set goals, right? And I find, like, if you don't do it the right way, then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. And I've experienced this the hard way. So before we do, we are live. Hi, Gemini. Gemini in the house. What? Whoop, whoop. Good to see you, Gemini. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Gemini, you know what? Gemini's son is Pratchett. He's like the youngest coach that I know. He's about he's 15, I believe, and he's my buddy. And that's great parenting. I want to be a great parent like Gemini. Anyhow, so let's move forward now. If you had been with me when I was on my first day in my new job as a door-to-door salesperson, right? You would have seen a gentleman, like a big, tall gentleman. His name is Mitchell Uba. He's standing at the front of the room, and he was one of the top salespeople in the whole country. And he was like speaking to all of us. And he was like, guys, I'm very excited for you guys to all be here. And I'm going to show you how to become an amazing salesperson. But before you go out every single day, you need to set goals. You need to know what you're aiming for. And the way that we do it is you aim for the stars. And then at least if you miss it, like, you'll at least land on the moon. And I was like, wow, that makes sense. Yeah, like aim for the stars. And if I miss, at least I'll land on the moon. Yeah, I got to aim high. And it worked to a certain degree. So we went out like and what happened was everyone was going out. We'd all set like really high goals, and we were stretching ourselves, right? However, here's what happened, right? It started becoming a bit of a competition in the office. Like everyone would be like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're aiming for this many? Yeah, well, I'm going to do this many. And we all started like setting like extra high goals, but then we stopped believing in them. And so every day it became a competition to see who'd set the highest goals, but then nobody was hitting any of their goals. And then slowly but surely, our sales went from really high to starting to come down. All right. So very quickly, Miwa, great to see you. Thanks for always tuning in, Miwa. It's great to see you and appreciate you. And Gemini is saying 14. Pratchett is 14, youngest coach I know. Superstar is my buddy. Gemini, have you seen our secret handshake? Me and Pratchett's secret handshake. We have one. You should check it out. Anyhow, so back to my story. Aim for the stars, hit, and if you miss, at least you land on the moon. And so what happened was we went out. We were trying all these things. Like we would set goals every single day. We would aim. We would say that it became a competition. Who's setting the highest goals? Who's setting the highest goals? And then after a while, all our sales started to dwindle, and it became like it was a bit of a hard time in the office, but we kept still setting high goals. And then one day, sales got so bad that the vice president of the company, he came in to do a retrain. And he started, he paid attention. What are people doing? What are people doing over a couple of days? And then he's like, okay, I kind of know what some of the challenges are. And so he brought us in for training and the next day, and he said, guys, here's one of the things that you guys are doing is all of you are setting, like you're all saying, oh, I'm going to do this. You're setting high goals, but none of you believe in your goals. None of you guys are believing in your goals. You're just doing it so that you can prove how great you are. No. You want to be great? I want to know who is actually saying they're going to do something and who actually does it. And so he said, I don't care. You can set your goals low, but you got to be a man of your word or woman of your word. You got to do what you say. So then we started saying, okay, cool, let's do this. So then, it made sense. We're like, yes, this makes sense. So we started going every day, and we'd set goals, and we'd set them at a certain level that were very realistic. Like, we're very realistic, and we would hit them every single time. However, this is what happened. We became very consistent, and we were better than we were after we had dropped the initial time, but we weren't as good as we were when we were setting the extra high goals. So like after a couple of months, I was like, okay, I've set really low goals, but I'm hitting them consistently. Like no matter what happens, I always hit my goals. So I had a great baseline, but I wasn't anywhere near the levels that I was when I initially started, and I was aiming like super high. So we said, I was sitting with the guys, and we were like, okay, we gotta become really competitive. I want my team to be the best team out of everyone. So what can we do? So then we devised this whole plan, and we said, okay, let's add points. Let's come up with a competition. If you hit your minimum, then you're gonna get X number of points. If you hit let's set a target that you're gonna hit. You get more points if you hit your target. And then let's set an outrageous, and like that's where you aim for the sky. So, and then you get a certain number of points for doing that. And that's when my team became the top team out of everybody. And it was implementing this thing because 100%, it's true. You aim for the stars, and if you miss, you land on the moon. That's very, very true. But in isolation, it can cause you disbelief. If you aim low and hit your goals every single time, that's very, very powerful. But are you stretching yourself? So having a hybrid is so powerful because it allowed me to stretch myself to achieve all my goals. So what's the framework? Number one, come up with a target, a target that you want to, if you want to set a goal, right? Here's my framework. Number one, set a goal that's just a little bit beyond realistic. Like that's a little bit of a stretch, not like crazy stretch, just a bit of a stretch. That's going to be your target. Then set a minimum, no matter what happens, right? If the cat is set on fire, you're still going to, you'll be able to put the cat out, and you'll still be able to hit this goal. Whatever happens, you're going to do this, right? What's that goal? That's your minimum. And then set a target that is going to stretch you, right? Like that's going to let you go over and beyond. And that's your stretch target, okay? So those are the first 3 steps. Give yourself 1 point if you hit give yourself 1 point for actually writing a goal, because most people don't write goals. Give yourself 2 points if you hit your minimum goal. Give yourself 3 points if you hit your target, and give yourself 4 points if you hit your stretch. And then compete with yourself on a monthly basis, right? Compete with yourself. Once you have a score, once you're measuring yourself, then you are flexing your goal-setting muscles. And then you can compete with yourself. You can compete with other people. You can keep a tracking sheet of how great you're doing just with those scores of of your goal setting. So that is my goal setting framework. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. That's my session for today. If you have not, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Muneer. Subscribe. I have some great stuff that's going out there. And other than that, I will catch you guys on another video very, very soon. Lots of love. Peace out. And I will see you on another video very soon. Bye.